Hello and welcome back to the channel Understanding Concepts of Physics. Today we are here to again continue with the topic of logarithms, and yesterday in the previous video we had discussed about finding out logarithm for two kinds of number, for number which is greater than or equal to 1 and for number which is less than 1. So we have discussed these two things in the previous two videos of this playlist, and today we are going to discuss how to find out the anti-logarithm of a particular number. So this video is totally dedicated onto anti-logarithms, and again I am reiterating you that this video is not a study of logarithm as a function. It's a more mathematical concept if you go to study as a function, and my videos do not cover that part. My videos is just covering how to calculate using the tables of logarithm. So let's just quickly go ahead and so this was the part which we have done yesterday. In case you haven't seen my previous video for logarithms, just go into the playlist and you can just check out these two videos for numbers which are greater than 1 and for numbers which are less than 1. You will need a table of logarithm for finding out logarithms, and also today we are going to discuss something about anti-logarithms, and for anti-logarithms you will be needing a table of anti-logarithms. So this is your table of anti-log. So this is just an online form I have just found out somewhere, and you can purchase a book of log available in most of the markets. So let's go quickly around and find out what is an anti-logarithm of a particular number. So in this video we are going to see only to find out how to get an anti-log of a particular number. Now, as we have studied about logarithms, in logarithm you first find out the characteristic, and then you go on to find out the mantissa. But in an anti-logarithms, what we do is we find out the mantissa first and then we treat the characteristic. I am saying treat the characteristic, not the way we did for logarithms. We have a certain different technique to get the characteristic of anti-log. It's not about getting, it's about treating the characteristic. Now, so mantissa comes from the table, so the table will give us the mantissa. However, the characteristics comes from logic. You need to understand the number, you need to see the point, you need to see what number comes before the point, and so on and so forth. We'll come very quickly onto that. Now mantissa ka part is exactly same as what we did for logarithm. So if you have followed this video, you know that how to get the mantissa from the table. So the same method is going to get followed. You have to divide your number in 2, 1, 1. So first two numbers, then a next number, and then a next number. Any number ahead of that, 5th digit, 6th digit, 7th digit, should be ignored. So the mantissa should be found out from the table and the group should be 2, 1, 1. But there is one slight difference between log and anti-log. In log you start finding out the mantissa from the beginning number, the first number. But in mantissa for anti-logarithm, you find out the mantissa after the decimal. So this 211 should start from after the decimal, even if it is a 0, even if the number is 0. Very quickly we'll come to that part. So 2 is the row number, like the first two number are the row number, the next number is the column number, and the last number, the 4th digit, would be your mean difference. Now I'll show you how to get this thing, and very quickly you will be able to find out the anti-log of certain number. Now anti-log of a particular number, if you want to find out, if you have come across this point, then you should be writing as AL stands for anti-log, and the number is 5.7321. So if I wish to find out the anti-log of this number, I should first find out the mantissa and then treat the characteristic. So when we are trying to find out the mantissa should be after the decimal. So from here you should be taking 4 digits, that is first 2 digit, then the next digit, and the next digit. So that is 2, 1, 1. So you should be seeing 73 ka row number, second ka column number, and first ka mean difference. So let's see in an anti-logarithm table. Now most common mistake is, okay, people write here an anti-log over here and they search in the table of log. This is the most common mistake. In case if you are struggling to find out a correct answer, you always go back to check if you have found out from a proper table. So let's go to find out 73 to 1. So I have this table. I'll take a red color. 73. So 73 is basically this row. I'm drawing a red line. 73, and what is the other number? 73 to 1. Okay. So 73, and this is your second column. This is your second column. So 73, and this number. So this I am getting as 5395. Okay, so I'll write it somewhere. 5395, and mean difference should be added, but mean difference should be of the fourth digit. So 73 ka row number, 2 ka column number, and 1 ka mean difference. So you get this 1 in the same row. 1. So this is the mean difference coming down, and you come to at this point. So if you see, I get a 1 over here. So it would be 1 added. So this is at 5396. Now this is the same process what we do in log. So I have gotten 5396. So I'll write over here 5396. Now when you write mantissa, this is the part which we have completed of mantissa. The most important aspect is you put a point after the first digit, from the left hand side. This process would remain same for every number for antilog, and then put a multiplication sign, and whatever number you have over here, that should go in the power of 10. So this is 10 raised to 5. So this becomes your antilog of this particular number. So the process is, you start from after the decimal, 211, first two numbers, second number, next number. You find out the row number, column number, and the mean difference. You write that number, then put a point after the first digit, and put an into, put a 10, and put the number which is just before the decimal point, put that into the power of 10. This is the process of writing an antilog of a particular number. Now let's just quickly do for the second number, and second number you try it, and I would do for the third one. So if you see, there are a total of 5 digits after the decimal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So first two numbers, next number, and you should ignore the fifth or the sixth or the seventh number. So log and antilog will take care of only 4 digits of number. Now, so I see 31 ka row number, 7 ka mean difference, and 5 ka column, 31 ka row number, 7 ka column number, and 5 ka mean difference. So 3175. So 3175, I'll just erase this. 3175. So 31, take a color red, 31, and 7th is this number. So this is your 7th column, and 3175, and 5th column number. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is your 5th number. So 5th column, 5th mean difference. So 5th mean difference, you can see just this. This is 5th, and this is the 7th column. So I get 2075 plus 2, that is 2077. So the total comes out to be 2077. You need to add those numbers. So 2077. So I'm writing over here 2077. Now what you do is, put a point after first digit, always put an into, put a 10, and whatever the power is, whatever the number before the decimal is, you put up 0, irrespective of what that number is. If this number was not 0 and it was plus 21, I would have written 10 raised to 21. If this number would have been if this number would have been minus 21, I would have written 10 raised to minus 21. So just make sure that whatever number is just before the decimal point, you can put that into power of 10. So that's way how we do it. Now let's say if there is a number in bar. So again, I would not find out the mantissa now. You should be doing that from your personal antilog table. So the row number is 10, the column number is 1, and the second come indifference. Add them up and you will get some number. You will get some number, like I would just write it as x comma x comma x comma x. Now point always after first digit, put an into sign, okay, so this may confuse many people, so I would just write dashes, the first number, second number, third number, fourth number, point after first digit, into 10 raised to. Now because there is a bar 2 means a negative 2, I'll put a minus 2 over here, so it would look something like this. So find out the mantissa from the table and put a 10 raised to minus 2 over there. Okay, same it would work for this number as well. The last example, dash 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 dash, you will find out 8197. Find out 8197 and you get this kind of number. Put a decimal point after first digit into 10 raised to, because there is a minus 3 over here, you put a minus 3 over here. So you get the mantissa from the table, and this is the treatment of characteristic how we do. Now there is a very bonus number over here, I just remembered it. Okay, if suppose the number is something like this, 5.0023. Now if such a number comes for antilog, make sure that you find out the antilog, the mantissa of 0023 and not 2300. Many students actually find out 23 ka 00, or maybe they find out 50 ka 03, 50 ka 02, but always begin from the after the decimal. So this is the row number, this is the column number, and this is the mean difference. So you will get that number 0023 from the table. Let's see, 00, so this is the first 002, so 2 no sorry, this is your first 002 is your 1005, and 3 is the mean difference, so that is 1, so 1006. So the correct answer would be 1006. Point after first digit into 10 raised to, because there is a 5 over here, I'll put a 5 over here. So this is all about finding out anti-logarithms. In the coming videos, we are going to see the rules of logarithm and how to calculate certain numericals using log and anti-log. Thank you so much. In case if you are still with me, subscribe the channel in case you haven't done so, and ask others to subscribe who may need these kind of knowledgeable videos. Thank you so much. Bye.